What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be going over my 3 years of trading to unprofitable to profitable. So I'm gonna just be walking around here. The only reason why I'm recording outside is because I need people to look at me so I can feel a little bit more weird. But the thing is, I need to still do it. So let's start in 2023. 2023, I did have a job, but it was a government program, and the government program was only gonna last for 6 months. So after the 6 months was over, the point of the program was to get job experience. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I feel like it doesn't really matter about the job experience, because when I was done with the program, when I was applying to jobs, I wasn't getting no jobs at all. So in the middle of my program, I was working on businesses. I was doing drop shipping, and I was kind of trading, but I wasn't really trading. At this time, I wasn't too aware of options, but the thing is, I was investing instead of day trading. So there's a difference. So once I left the job, I'm not gonna lie, my sense of security left, and it was because I wasn't getting a guaranteed paycheck. So it was really up to my business. And one thing that I do notice is whenever you're low-key fucked, you work way more harder. So I did scale that up into a really good income, but that income wasn't a big income. I was making $1,000 a week. Now with trading, once I got into trading, I wanted to fund my account with trading. Now, when I was funding my accounts, I remember I started off with $600. I started off with $600 and I ran that shit up, but then I lost it. And mainly I was trading on Robinhood. So I would say the first 4 to 5 months, I was on Robinhood and I was charting on Robinhood, and I was actually making money off of Robinhood only. I had a time imbalance strategy. So say price was too extended down, I'll buy calls, and it depends on the time. And I was actually making money. But the only thing is, I would have to worry about drawdown. So my drawdown, I would go down 50, 40%, but then the risk to reward, it was way more higher, because a win would be damn near 100%. So the thing is, it's not stable, but it was working at the time. So 2023, once I got into TradingView low-key changed my life. I'm not gonna lie, because I was able to make an actual strategy instead of just go off of the charts on Robinhood. Because Robinhood, it only showed 5 minutes, and it's not candles, so you can't really, it's not enough data. And the thing is, if you're not getting enough data, obviously your decision is gonna be off. So once I got on the TradingView, things got way more easy. I started trading in the morning, and that's when I started to make pretty good money, because with TradingView, since I was already, I would say, semi-profitable, the thing is, all of the money that I would put in, I wouldn't lose all of it. So I was really just losing profits of what I already had. So once I was in TradingView, I was able to use my profits to make more profits. And the thing is, one thing that I noticed is when I was focusing on trading, my other business income started going lower. So I had to pick, which one do I want to spend more time on? Do I want to spend more time on trading, or do I want to spend more time on the business? I eventually ended up picking trading because I felt there was way more scaling opportunity. And every time I hear somebody have money, it's typically from investing or finance. So that's the route that I wanted to take. So I would say probably at the end of 2023, 2024, at the start of 2024, that's when I was I would say making really good money. I say really good money. Anything over 6K a month, I feel is pretty good. Because the thing is 5K is good, but once it comes to 6K, what is that? 1.5 a week or something? And the thing is, when you're making 6K, it feels like you can buy anything, you can travel, you can't ball out, but you can travel, do all of the things that you wish you did. And then on top of that, that was just with the trading income. That wasn't with my business. With the business, I was making 3K, and on good months, I would make 5K. So combined, it was 11 to 10, sometimes 8K on a low month. But the thing is, I was starting to get consistent. And once I started getting consistent, 2024, I started fucking traveling. I bought my first car. 2024 was just a fun ass year because I went to Vegas multiple times. I went out the country. I went on cruises, multiple of them. Damn, this looks actually nice, I'm not gonna lie. But it was just a really fun year. I remember going out. I don't even know how many times I went out to eat. I probably spent $20,000 off of going out to eat. But I'm not gonna lie, I was saving a lot of my money, and a lot of the money that I did save in 2024 I have now. But the way that I save my money is not through bank or traditional ways people would say. I would save my money through like investing in SPY. So you can imagine where it's at, because I don't know the correct price or like the correct percentage I'm up on SPY, but every single year, every time I bought SPY, I did not regret it. Never lost money off of it. So I'm not gonna lie, even on like slow months, knowing that I have that safety net made it way more comfortable for me. Because like, say hypothetically I didn't have that safety net, I would probably be rushing into trades, making bad decisions, things that obviously is gonna make me unprofitable. So obviously that was something that like I did unconsciously. I was like, wow, like gosh, like if like say hypothetically, because when you're investing more capital, you're gonna have to lose more capital. So for example, if I was to lose like $4,000, I'd be like, okay, I know I have like I have multiple $4,000 in my SPY. So it was just pretty good. But then one thing that I would say that not a lot of people talk about is like at the end of 2024, I would say Q3, Q4, I think the money did get to me, because the thing is like I was just making it and spending it, but I started to feel like I wasn't doing anything. Like, I know technically all I'm doing is looking at lines, but it felt like I wasn't doing anything. And it made me feel like empty, if that makes sense. So it was a weird emotion, because I felt like I was supposed to be happy and I wasn't. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, what the hell am I doing this for? It was just felt like I was absorbing through like looking at life through my own eyes, but the person behind my own eyes, I just felt like it was something like that. I don't know how to explain it. Best way I can say is empty. So once 2024 ended, 2025 happened. 2025 was obviously a good year, but 2025 is actually when I started making content. And I'm not gonna lie, it made me feel way more better. And I originally started posting content. If anybody's OG, they know me from Threads. I was posting content by posting every trade for free. So I opened up my Discord, right? And originally I had it for free. And I was like, you know what? I don't really need the money for anything. You guys just follow me. I post my trades for free and I go live for free. Now, this is the thing. I had a free community probably for like a month, and a lot of people would join. But this was the problem with a free community. The people who would join was fucking assholes. If I didn't trade, because I don't trade every single day, if I didn't trade, they'd be like, oh my gosh, Sonder, why are you not trading? What the hell? And it'd be like, if they buy a put, it'll go up 1,000%. But that's not the point of trading to me. The thing is, if you're gonna look at it as like, oh, I'm gonna trade every single day just so I can make money, I'm telling you, you're going to lose it. Just because you need to let it come to you. If you don't let it come to you, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna lose that shit. But I was just building, and the thing is, I'm not gonna lie, it did get to me, and I would take trades and I would blame it on them, but like, is it really their fault? You get what I'm saying? So the way that I solved that problem was like limiting the people, because there was people that was good, but there was people that was bad. I guess it's like creating your society. Like, how can you make rules? So I started charging. Once I started charging, I was charging like $40 a month. I got more people, surprisingly, and then $40 a month, the motherfuckers still treating me like shit. So I was like, okay, you don't treat me like shit? Like, it slowed down. It slowed down. I'm not gonna lie. It slowed down by a lot. But I was like, wait, so if I raise my prices, the people who join is not gonna be assholes. So I raised my prices to $99 a month. And then, like, the people who would join, it was good. But then the thing is, I had people that would join and they would spend their last $139, which was bad. Because the thing is, if you're spending money on my course and you don't know how to fucking, well, I wouldn't say I have a course, I would just say I live trade and post my trades and teach. But if you're spending money on my Discord and it's your only money, how the hell are you gonna trade? So people with like $400 or $500 in their portfolio will try to like, yo, could you help me? Can you teach me? I'm trying to do this. And I'm like, you're not gonna make money with $400. You're not gonna make money with $500. And me personally, I feel like if you're gonna starting with $10,000 is bare minimum. And that's so you can trade more comfortably. Because say if you're, like, the thing is, yes, you can trade with a little bit amount of money, But the thing is, you're gonna be making a little bit amount of money. Like where you're supposed to sell, where I would make like $400, you'll probably make like $30 if you're not investing the amount of money that you're supposed to invest. Yeah, so I ended up raising my prices again, 139. And once I raised it, I will say my Discord did get smaller, but it wasn't really too much about the money. It was more so about the community. Equity society. I wanted to make a society of people who's actually interested in it. And I don't want just people who's just gonna join and leave. Like, yeah, oh, you may look at it like, oh yeah, well, at least you get $100. Well, the thing is, look at it like this. One good trade is probably like 15 people. So, and that's just one good trade. So it's like, it doesn't really balance if you're only looking at it for the money. Because if you only look at it for the money, I'm telling you, look at it like this. I'd rather fucking work a job that is more mentally good for me instead of something that is just gonna fucking piss me off all day. And those people was pissing me off. So I'm not gonna sit there like, yeah, they paying me, but like, I don't give a fuck. If you're gonna treat me like shit, I'm just gonna leave. And that's exactly what I did. And it's so funny because when I do leave, they'll come back and they'll be like, man, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Because I'll explain the situation on why I left. And I mean, it's just people overall. I think that's like the excitement that I honestly do like about it. It's not just one thing, you know, multiple things that you gotta take care of. Like, I like the fact that I can teach, and it feels like whenever I'm teaching a beginner, it makes me like think like, oh shit, if I was a beginner, what would I say? You know, because the thing is, I didn't learn from YouTube or short form content at all. I actually learned all literally by myself. I'll say I used ChatGPT, mainly ChatGPT, because I don't even think Claude was out at that time. But ChatGPT and just learning. But the things that I will look up is, how can I look at it? Explain it. I would just look up terminology instead of learning what a strategy is, because a strategy is basically terminology, market terminology, putting it all together. So if you try to just learn a strategy, you're missing the market terminology. Now, let me tell you why this is important. And I'm going to end my video off with this. Let's just say, hypothetically, in 2023, I was using the same strategy. If I was using the same strategy in 2023, I would have ended up not being in the position that I am this year. Now, if I was to use the same strategy in 2024, I still wouldn't be in the same position. In 2025, when I started my course, I could talk about this strategy because a lot of people made a shit ton of money off of it. But what I would do is go on a 15-minute, mark down the support and resistance for pre-market, and then I will go back on a 1 minute. What I will specifically look for is a high volume breakout with continuation. When I say high volume breakout, no, I'm talking about volume that is down there the highest of the entire day. Once we get the volume candle, you don't rush into it. What is important is you gotta wait until the continuation. If you not wait for the continuation, sometimes you can get faked out. But say hypothetically, it breaks, then comes back down. That means you can trade the reversal, because that means a lot of people got trapped. So that's what I was trading 2025. I would say the first 2 quarters of 2025. And then I came back to trading in the morning again. But the thing is, 2025, I made a shit ton of money, but I'm not using that same strategy. The only reason why I'm able to make strategies is because I understand market terminology. Market terminology, market language, you will understand how to create a strategy. And I made a strategy specifically for Robinhood. And Robinhood is no joke. It's hard to make money off of Robinhood, I'm not gonna lie. I recently did switch to a prop firm. But the only reason why I switched to a prop firm is because they had way more faster servers. So, like, yeah, they're a good broker account, but the thing is, which one do you think is going to be more valuable? The brand or the execution time? And Strix, what I'm currently using, have way more better execution time. So, yeah, guys, market terminology. Took me 16 minutes to say, like, that's what really matters. It's not a strategy, it's market terminology. But yeah, guys, that was basically my journey. I can make a part 2 if you guys want me to make a part 2. I could talk about like more personal stuff, because like one thing that I would say is like money doesn't really change you too much, but the people around you, fuck yeah. Like, I lost family members from me being consistent in trading. I had like my I would say my fucking family, they was pissed off that I wasn't going to school or anything. And the thing is, like, yeah, I was looking for a job and I couldn't get a job, and he was mad that I was doing something else than looking for a job. And got personal. And the thing is, I didn't look at it as like I'm gonna be mad at them. Like, at the end of the day, I moved out when I was 18 still. I was still 18 when I moved out. And the thing is, when I moved out, it wasn't because I was like pissed off, but with my dad, I'm not gonna lie, I did get kicked out and I had to live with my mom for a while. And my mom was just going through a lot of stuff because she was going through a divorce. And like the house, it was pretty just difficult how they was splitting the house. So that's why I was living with my dad and I got kicked out. But I ended up talking back to him in 2025. So this is when I'm already making money. And then that motherfucker kicked me out again. Well, he didn't kick me out because I was living with him. We was just talking. He got really fucking pissed off at me. And then after that, like, we started arguing. And I was like, why the fuck are you arguing with me? And then I ended up getting kicked out. But at the end of the day, I just look at it as like, that's just life, you know? People gonna come, people is gonna go. But the thing is what you're gonna do. Are you gonna like dwell on it? Are you gonna just worry about their lives and like, oh, I wish I changed the past? Don't do that shit. Be better. Ooh, that was a hard quote, guys. Fucking be better. Be the best version that you can possibly be. Because if you can be the best version that you can possibly be, I'm telling you guys be able to do anything. But yeah, guys. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. But that's gonna be it for the video. Appreciate you guys for listening to my story. And make sure you guys like and subscribe. And yeah, guys, peace.